Hello students, we are going to read a poem about snakes today. But before I begin the poem, I ask you, what do you feel about snakes? Do you feel scared the moment you think about a snake? Do you want to run away? Is that how we all feel about snakes? And the second thing I want to ask you is the snake dangerous for us? Sure, many of them are. But are we also as dangerous as snakes are? Do we not kill them as well? Yes, we do. That's the perspective that the poet here is trying to explore. He is trying to implore you to first find out that which snake is poisonous and which isn't, and then react accordingly. Not every snake around you is poisonous. Sometimes the snake is the victim. Sometimes we are not the victim, but the snake is. And this is such poem that would tell you how the snake becomes a victim. This poem is by W. Ross. Let's read. This is the kind of snake we are going to read about in the poem. It's a green snake, and most of the green snakes are harmless. You see, many snakes can camouflage easily. They can hide in the environment and you would not even be able to find them. And green snakes are generally, they hide in green vegetation. So this is the snake we are going to read about. Let's first check out the poisonous snakes. Yes, we all know cobras, rattlesnakes. These snakes are all poisonous varieties. But there are some non-poisonous snakes as well. Okay? So these non-poisonous snakes are the snakes that the poet is trying to make us aware about. The poet is trying to tell us that not every snake needs to be killed. And even if the snake is poisonous, there are better ways to deal with the snake rather than killing it. Maybe you can call in the teams these days. There are lots of numbers around for the people who come and catch the snakes and leave them back into the forest. So those are the things, options that you should try. With this, I will give you an assignment. You will all go online and find out the names of the snakes that are non-poisonous. Okay? And you will tell me what is common about them. What is it that is common about all non-poisonous snakes? You will find out lots of commonalities. Okay? Let's read the poem now. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick, with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. So not everyone thinks that a snake is dangerous. There are many who think that a snake is beautiful, gorgeous, and a sight to behold. So the poet is saying the snake is beautiful and it is graceful. The way it slithers is graceful. So what is the snake trying to do? The poem is titled The Snake Trying. So what is the snake trying to do? It is trying to escape the pursuing stick. Now this is a transferred epithet here. You see that the stick is in human's hand. The human is pursuing with the stick, but the poet says pursuing stick, because for the snake is only afraid of the stick. So the snake is trying to run away from that stick and those thin, long, beautiful curves, and it glides through water away from the stroke of the stick that could kill it. Okay? You see there's no rhyming scheme here. And again, as I told you, when the poet wants to converse with you. So you see in stanza 2, the poet is conversing with you. He's saying, oh, let him go over the water, into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless to children. He's saying, oh, let him go. The snake is already scared. The snake has already become the victim. Just let him go. Let him go over the water and into the reeds. Reeds are what? Reeds are small water plants which grow without any help. So they grow on their own in nature. So the poet is saying, let the snake go and hide. It will not hurt you. It is small and green. He is also telling you the kind of snake it is. It is small and green and is harmless even to children. Even if the snake comes near the children, it will be harmless. So please let it go. Don't kill it. Just because you've seen a snake, you want to kill it. You don't even know that the snake is harmful or harmless. Okay? Stanza 3. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green, slim reeds. So the poet is saying the snake was in the sand, he lay there, he was quietly there, doing nothing to anyone. But the moment he was observed by the humans, he was chased away. And now you see the snake is vanishing in the ripples that are formed in the water and among the green slim reeds. There is no option for the snake but to run away. So we humans, sometimes we are not the victims of the poisonous snakes. Sometimes these non-poisonous, harmless snakes become our victims because in our head we only have one image, and that is that a snake is dangerous. This poem is mainly for awareness so that you and me understand that there are many snakes that are non-poisonous and harmless. So we need to be aware so that we don't go about pursuing every snake with a stick. Okay? Now we'll see the literary devices and the homework. So the first literary device that you see here is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of a consonant sound. Okay? And the sound of H, her is repeated. He is harmless. In that, her and her, that sound is repeated. So you see alliteration here. You see also transferred epithet. As I mentioned to you, transferred epithet is used. An adjective used with a noun refers to a noun other than the one for which it is used. For example, you're talking about the human here. The human is pursuing. Can the stick walk on its own? No, the stick is not pursuing the snake, but the human is. So pursuing stick refers to the person who is holding the stick and not the stick itself. So the emotion or the activity of pursuing has been transferred to the stick. This is known as transferred epithet. Okay. Now time for homework, which I already mentioned. You will all find out as much as you can about different kinds of snakes from books in the library or from the internet. If they are poisonous or non-poisonous, find out the names of some of the poisonous snakes, and also for information on snakes that are not harmful. I want you to paste pictures in the notebook of harmful and harmless snakes. Okay, that will be your task. The poem was quite easy to understand, I hope, and I hope you all get the message and also understand the poem well. Thank you, children.